bread time. So, Darian, whom is currently behind the camera, I'm gonna be the camera a bit. Everybody who is behind the camera normally always does that. I'll say they're behind the camera and they'll just go really close up to their face. Yeah. So, we are making bread, French bread specifically. We have a recipe. We will try. Yeah, here's the link. Link will be in the description if you want to make this with us.
We are actually making a half recipe right now.
Because we do not have enough yeast.
No, it's because we wanted to make a half recipe.
No, it's because we don't have enough yeast. Wink, wink. Okay, I didn't even wink correctly. Which
See, that's a yeast and water and a little bit of sugar mixture.
Earlier, me and Darian I made this. And we took copper and wrapped it in soldering wire. We watched Venom earlier, which is actually a really good movie. Critics did not like it, but it was a good movie. The ingredients you need for this are 2 cups warm water, 1 tablespoon dry yeast active, 2 teaspoons sugar, 5 to 6 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons table salt or fine sea salt, and 1 teaspoon olive oil. I'm not going to read off the instructions because
We'll be showing you that.
Yes, we will be ranting to you about it, essentially. So it takes around 20 minutes to cook, an hour and 10 minutes to make, so it's 11:03. Depending on how fast we work, we can get it done, but
and how long this stupid yeast takes to foam.
Yeah. So, just depends on that and how fast we can do it. So I'll check in with you guys once the yeast is foam, not the foam is yeast. So.
Once the foam is yeast. Yep.
And now we begin.
And now we wait more.
We begin waiting.
Hello, we're back again. Our yeast has foamed and we've mixed in our first cup of flour.
And this monstrosity.
Yeah, that's for later. We don't need that right now.
And my Nesquik.
Yeah.
Stop. It's Nesquik time.
Stop.
It's Nesquik time.
Stop.
Nesquik.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Alright, so when you're baking bread, you don't want to add in all the ingredients at one time. You want to add in, the flour half a cup at a time, because that way it mixes in better with.
Clump.
It doesn't clump as much, yeah.
No clumpy.
No clumping. And I'm going to keep adding in a cup of flour, mixing it in, half cup of flour, mixing it in, until I've reached 3 cups of flour, because we are doing a half recipe.
Right, you can do the full if you want, or you can just leave it as we are doing it as a half. Once again, recipe will be in the description. Here's in case I forget to put it in the description. Pause the video now. And
Let's not do that.
right, it's homemade French bread recipe. So just pause the video when I was looking at the link because, yeah. So. Kneading.
After you mix in the first few half cups of flour, you want to start kneading it with your hands instead of with a spatula, because that gives it it strengthens the gluten in the bread, and that's what helps it retain shape. Would you mind grabbing the salt over there? Thank you, my good man.
Salt time.
Alright, just add in a little bit of salt. That was a lot of salt.
Just eyeball it, I suppose. Do you need this anymore? Back to your home you go. Bottomus Prime. Stupid salt.
Bring the flour over here.
It's a heavy boy. I was not prepared.
So, when you're kneading your bread, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Don't add a whole bunch of flour at this stage, because the bread will happily absorb it up. Like, don't put flour on your hands. Bread will happily absorb it up, and it will ruin the consistency of the bread.
Absorption time.
That was the final cup of flour for our loaf. And now I'm just going to knead it in, and then we will be almost done.
Okay, so it's still 11:20. Or why did I say still?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's been like 17 minutes. So, and it's Saturday. It's a Saturday.
Kneading station. Kneading
Plop.
station.
Plop.
Plop. Big plop.
Absorption time.
Yep.
I eat it.
Yeah, he eats the bread. He doesn't do anything.
I am the consumer of the bread.
This, it's tearing. It does not work.
And you should be able to look through it.
Yes, you should be able to try the window method, where you stretch out the dough, and it becomes so thin that it becomes mostly clear.
Ding.
It becomes so thin that it's mostly clear, and you can see through it without tearing it. So I'm going to keep kneading that. Here would grab the olive oil. Instead of filming something go down the drain, it needs to be olive oil.
I think this is. I know. I was just checking to make sure. It wasn't. Found it, I think. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I have.
This,
I remember from Fish.
Yep, this is a jar of specialty olive oil. It's homemade and it's really good.
Really good.
Smell that. It's good olive oil. Stop. You're gonna spill it.
Smelling time. Window. Oh,
It is almost done, kneading wise.
I was gonna say window time, but no. I'm gonna just have a time counter in the corner of the screen to see how many times I said time. I've said it already too many times. What?
Stop. He may be the co-owner of this YouTube channel,
Excuse me, bub.
but he's a dimwit.
I am the owner, have been since October 23rd, 2016, at approximately 6:30 p.m., where I posted my very first YouTube video, Timmy Was Amazing, at a church event called the Girly Burly with Christopher Connor, who has been in past videos. Here's a montage of idiotic stuff he has done. There isn't one, because it's always me. We became friends over Harambe. Dun 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 dun.
No, we didn't. We became friends because we sat next to each other.
Me and Christopher. Me and Darian have history and language arts. Pre-AP, because we're smart boys.
More like we're not idiots.
Smart boys. When I'm older, older me, if you're watching this, do what we're doing right now and throw it off a building and so it just smacks on the concrete.
And
Please.
post it. Post it too.
Yeah, post it. Doing what said I was going to do 10 years ago, not clickbait.
It's getting better. It's more elastic.
You need to be more flexible.
Like flex tape.
Phil Swift.
Sponsor.
Oh, also, me and Christopher, when I said that one time in that one video, I said time again. We were gonna buy Flex Seal and not calendar. We did not end up doing that because we did not have time. But
You said time again.
next time I go over there, It will be New Year's Eve, I believe. Oh, that rhymed. Oh.
What do you?
What's it been for the last few days? It's been cold enough to where you needed a jacket.
Yeah. It's been 40.
Like in between, I like spring the most, but spring and fall are good.
I like fall the best.
Just seeing everything die. Well, I like seeing everything come back to life, bub. Window, take 3. Finna. This is my idea, by the way. It's, if you touch him, he ain't magical anymore. Hold
All right.
on there, buckaroo.
We are done kneading the bread. Finally. A
Alright.
little bit of olive oil.
Smack. Something got on my hand.
That's what you get.
People ask me why my knuckles are so red sometimes, and it's...
Because you punch people so much.
That's not at all true. I hardly ever punch anybody. Thought. Think it like a champ, bub. Let's get this bread. She took the kids. Hit or miss. I wanna be Tracer. Dun 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 dun.
I'm already trained, sir.
Bread time, bread. Bread time, it is bread.
Time of bread, bread of time.
Time for bread, bread is no more of time. Oh, okay,
Bread.
it is the bread.
Big bread. Oh yeah, it's the egg. We can just crack that.